Welcome to Bad Taste. I am Sully, the loud music boy, and I am proud to be sitting next to Frederick from Opeth. They are here at the House of Blues with Norwegians enslaved, doing a fantastic show that, you know, metalheads who didn't make it to this show, you guys fucking missed out. This is like the show of the year right here in Boston, and it is an absolute honor from my perspective to be able to interview Opeth, and actually any member from Opeth. And Frederick, you were kind enough to say, hey, I'll spend some time with the guys from Bad Taste and talk about what the hell Opeth is all about. So welcome. I appreciate the time. It is a great honor. You guys are now on your third U.S. tour on the Watershed record, right?
Yeah.
So how is it, you know, probably the first one or two jaunts through, you know, people were getting, or more people were getting acclimated to what Opeth was all about and figuring out what the Opeth sound is all about. Third run, how's it going for you right now?
Well, this run is different in a way compared to the other two ones. The first one we actually did before Watershed came out on the Progressination tour with Dream Theater. But on this tour we bring an extra truck, for instance, so we bring more production. So we play a bit bigger venues, so I guess it's kind of going in the right direction.
Excellent.
I don't know how many people's going to show up though.
Well, I actually think it's if it's not sold out, it's pretty damn close to sold out right now. So you guys should have a pretty good a good collection of metalheads from Boston and New England as a whole. I'm from Maine. I drove down because I figured there's no way in hell I'm going to miss this show. So you're going to have probably a pretty good show right now. Cool. Nice. Now, Opeth been around since 1995, correct?
Actually, it was established in 1990.
Okay, all right.
But I guess the first record came out 94 or 95.
94, 95. How do you think that, you know, obviously with your sound, I guess the best way to put it is progressive death metal for lack of better phrasing. How do you think that by this record, Watershed, given the whole Opeth catalog, Opeth is finally catching on in the United States?
It's difficult. We just do the music we like, you know. It's very simple, but maybe it's easier to digest this album than previous records, but still, I think every Opeth record you got to listen to quite a lot before you can. At least I need to. Maybe some genius can get it right away.
Why do you think Watershed, which was released in 2008, last year on Roadrunner Records in the U.S., why is this record more digestible in some ways than Ghost Reveries, which came out in 2005 on Roadrunner, or Deliverance, Damnation, Blackwater Park? Why does this one seem to be more able to hook into the American metal audience than past records?
It's difficult to say. I think maybe next record is going to be more brutal.
Really?
Yeah. We're not going to go for like a softer vibe. That's not going to happen. So I don't know. This album has Burden, which is more like a 70s type of rock ballad, like a bit Pink Floydish in a way, maybe a bit old Scorpions type of song. And usually Opeth songs are, you know, long and a lot of different sections, different riffs and different parts. But there are a couple of songs on this album that are more kind of traditional arranged, so to speak. Like Hex Omega, the last song, and Burden, for instance. But there's also a lot of fucked up shit on this record. So I mean, maybe it's wrong to say that it's easily digested compared to other stuff.
Well, you know, it is kind of interesting because you have a song like Hex Omega, which does clearly run the gamut of what Opeth has done over the years. It's not a Night in Silent Water. It's not a, you know, you can go through the whole list of, you know, it's not a Blackwater Park, so to speak, but it pretty much encompasses what the whole Opeth scope is. It's got the melodic part, so to speak. It's got the death metal, black metal parts, whichever way you want to catalog them. But Opeth has never been an easy listen. It's not a Linkin Park by any stretch of the imagination.
I'm really happy about that because there's a lot of I mean, when we play shows with people between 9 years to 65 years, 70 years maybe. So I think that's really cool that broad audience like us. It's cool to see that kids try to listen to this type of music instead of whatever's playing in the radio, you know, the radio hits. A lot of kids is like that back in Sweden, and it kind of pisses me off because it seems like they listen to stuff because all their friends listen to it. It's like a hypnosis or something.
Why do you think people listen to Opeth?
It's good stuff.
Aside from the fact, I mean, obviously it's good stuff, and obviously it's music that in the typical metal world is different. It's expansive, but what do you think draws the metalhead who may listen to, I don't know, we'll pull some bands out of the air, Lamb of God, Machine Head. We'll even pull Meshuggah out as bands that do a lot of stuff within their songs, but they're still 4, 5, 6 minute long songs. What do you think? What do you think it is about Opeth that gets the metal listener who can grasp that 4 or 5 minute long, great, brilliant written metal song to go another 5 minutes into a 10-minute long, 11, 12-minute long Opeth epic?
I think it's one reason could be that, at least I was a big Opeth fan before I joined the band, and I like the fact that you never really know what's going to happen within the songs. You're always going to have these elements that are kind of surprising, and it's also quite dark and moody. Anyway, you can have really brutal parts with growl vocals, and then suddenly you get a bit of rest, and then I guess the more aggressive parts, you get more effect out of them, since we do a lot of dynamic mood swings.
Yep.
So that could be one of the reasons, I guess.
Excellent. All right, well, let's take a break right now. Let's let Evil Dickie do what he does best and throw on some crazy-ass metal video here on Bad Taste.